Also at the top of the program, and we've been discussing throughout, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis last night signed into law the Florida Heartbeat Protection Act, and then immediately went on and signed it. And this legislation, it was known as SB 300, it expands pro-life protections, and at the same time, and we've not mentioned this yet, it devotes literally millions of dollars to pregnancy resource centers throughout the state. And I want to talk a little bit further about this. Joining me now is John Stemberger. He is the president of the Florida Family Policy Council. He was there himself at the bill signing last night. John, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Jody, it's great to be with you.
Well, listen, first of all, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. And we're thrilled to end this program today and this week on such a positive note. But I know you and many others worked tirelessly and literally for years for this moment. Had to be an incredible time to be at the signing.
It is. It's an exciting moment in history, especially in Florida's history, but for the whole country. Because, you know, what happens in Florida doesn't stay in Florida. We are amazed this session, particularly how we're seeing all over the country, groups are calling us specifically and saying, we have concerns about this bill. We have concerns about that bill. And so it's interesting because they know that what's going to happen in this session is going to be exported throughout the country. So we're very proud of the leadership of Governor DeSantis, Speaker Renner, President Pasadomo, and all those that threw in to make this a moment possible.
Well, and yourself and many others as well should be added to that list. Listen, now my understanding, and fill me in on this, there's an existing 15-week abortion ban, whatever it's referred to there, that is it standing in the way before this heartbeat bill actually goes into effect? What's the status of that issue?
So one of the unique things about this particular heartbeat bill is that it doesn't have a date, time, place, day, month as an effective date. The effective date of the bill has to do with 5 possible outcomes that could take place on the Florida Supreme Court, like them ruling that there's no privacy right of abortion in our Florida Constitution, by them overruling and overturning In re TW, which is Florida's Roe versus Wade, and just basically saying there's no case law now in Florida that's been overturned that shows there's a right to abortion. And when the court hears that case and has 5 potential outcomes that's listed in the bill, that's a trigger then for the heartbeat bill to go into effect. Now, Jody, there is $25 million that's going to be going to pregnancy centers to help provide formula and diapers and baby clothes and counseling and all kinds of, basically rehabilitation to get into the workforce, all kinds of great services for mothers. But that money is going to be available immediately. However, the actual 6-week protection for unborn children, the time there's a heartbeat, that will not go into effect until the court overrules our bad precedent currently.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you for that clarification. And I want to underscore what you just said, because to my knowledge, I've not heard of another bill that does this. This bill not only is a heartbeat protection bill, but you said $25 million are also in this bill to go to pregnancy resource centers throughout the state of Florida. That is remarkable. Do you know of any other state that has done anything like this, or is Florida leading the way?
Well, Texas does have quite a bit of money that goes not specifically to that, but goes to programs, ad programs that attract women who are seeking abortions. There are some other states that do this, but we went from 5 million to 25 million. So that's a huge jump. And Enormous. It just shows that the state is backing up what they're saying, is we're going to both protect children and we're going to care for mothers. We can love them both, Jody. We don't have to throw the children to the trash.
Absolutely. Well, listen, there's a lot, and I don't know if you heard the previous conversation I was having with Mary Zock, but there's obviously a lot of people for decades that have been on the front lines of this battle for life. There's a little bit of hesitancy, it seems, right now with some. I'm certainly seeing some of it up here It seems as though some legislators in Washington, after seeing what happened in Wisconsin and the blame being placed on pro-life, which I don't buy that message at all. But we've got a lot of people who are watching and listening right now. They're talking to friends, neighbors about the importance of this life issue. Let's get down to the issue. This is not a battle between abortion or a heartbeat bill. This is about a baby in the womb. This is about a heartbeat. What is so powerful in the message about the heartbeat that really gives us a tremendous opportunity right here with this bill?
Well, the beauty and the truth of fetal development is the most powerful tool that we have to help educate people and cast vision for why these laws are important. And, at 15 weeks, a child can feel pain, but at really only 6 weeks, that child has a beating heart. There's blood going, that organ is developing, and really the entire growth process can't occur unless blood is delivered throughout the entire unborn child, even as small as it is. And so this is a beautiful thing. We have to show people that this is not, in mommy's belly, it's not a blob of flesh. It's not a duck. It's not a Buick. It's a baby, right? And so the beauty of the ultrasound is that it shows in crystal clear clarity what's in mommy's belly. And it's a growing, developing human being. The abortion issue is the greatest human rights crisis that we've faced in the last century. And so I think we will win when leaders like Ron DeSantis and others begin to cast vision and to help people understand this is positive. We're going to help mom and help the child. Adoption is always the better option. Jody, we have tens of thousands of married mothers and fathers who are qualified to adopt. They're going overseas to adopt children. And so we can adopt any child in America just like that. Even Down syndrome, there's quiet lists for parents that are willing to adopt Down syndrome children. And so there's no reason why mothers need to destroy their children. They can simply give birth to them. There's incentive there, economically speaking, and those children can be adopted into forever homes.
John Stemberger, thank you so much. I got one last question. We've only got about 30 seconds. All right. You've been in this battle a long, long time. You've spoken to a lot of people. You've taught people. What do you say to the elected official or the person around the table when it comes to what is the message that they need to hear? 30 seconds.
You know what? William Wilberforce fought in the parliament. He was standing alone. He was the only member of parliament that said, these are human beings made in the image and likeness of God. And we need that kind of courage, that kind of vision for legislators all over the country to stand up and say, we are going to protect human beings because they have the right to have dignity, worth, and value. They're made in the image of God, and the law should reflect that protection. That's what we need every legislator in America to do.
Thank you so much for joining us on Watching to Watch. Congratulations for a great victory.